governing body has a lot of freedoms around the decisions it can take around committee structure. If the governing body decides to operate with committees, I would normally recommend they look at standing committees in two particular areas aligned to the core responsibilities of governance as outlined in the School Governance Handbook. We would expect that the school governing body retains responsibility for the strategic direction of the school and things like the school improvement plan. But at a committee level, if we think of the other two main areas of responsibility, they are around the educational performance of the school and the financial management of the school. And where I see the committee structure work well, the committees are aligned to that. So there may be a committee with a title like a teaching and learning committee that would look at pupil progress, achievement, support for learning, safeguarding. There may be a business management committee that would look at financial, employer, health and safety, building responsibilities and those statutory responsibilities that governors have in that area. There is, however, a growing trend for school governing bodies to move to a no committee structure and to have more frequent meetings of the board of directors and or the full governing body that might meet as often as every 4 to 6 weeks. And where I've seen that work well is that it does involve all governors. It allows them to be aware of all areas within the school, and it also leads to, I think, a very good pace of decision making. With a committee structure, it might be that a decision is needed on finance, but that evening you've got a teaching and learning committee that doesn't include a remit for finance. You don't have such issues if you go for the no committee structure. However, the flip side of that is that it does require all governors to be thinking about all issues within the school, and governors might want to specialise. So if you've a particular aptitude and interest in teaching and learning, you might not want to get bogged down in the detail of balance sheets and cash flows, and the reverse of that might be true. So there are pros and cons for either model. I think it's also important to be careful around the terminology of the no committee model, because actually some committees will still exist. There will still be a need for an audit committee because that's required in the Academy's financial handbook, meeting say once a year, maybe twice a year, looking at external and internal audit. There will still be committees for things like performance pay of staff. There may be committees to do with grievance, disciplinary and other employment committees and panels. So no committee governance is not quite what the headline suggests, and does need a little bit more consideration, but can be a very effective model.